Chat, never do PC gaming ever. Don't ever play on your PC, on your personal computer. Don't ever do it again, okay? Anyway, hi, everybody. Hello, Plonian and Promise, some random artist who has finally, changed his color back to normal. DC Legend, Alves TR, alright? If I like PC gaming, I want to like it also, but it keeps fucking me. And it makes me upset. Okay? Like, I can't play Majora's Mask. I made something for you? Oh, God. All PC games make you bald? They do. Probably good streamer to grace our presence? Yeah, because, yeah. If you want to know why that she's not fucking streaming, is because, she was up at, like, 3 a.m. in the VC when I left, and I was like, yeah, it's over, bro. Cause you got fucking Marigaka in there watching fucking 3 a.m. tung Sakura videos. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? It cannot be this crazy. She was high place again also. I'm sick of this shit. Okay, it makes me angry. Anyway, Rando has sent me something, and I'm scared. Mari's a funny gal. Marigaka is a funny individual. Anyway, hi. This is the This is the capture card. Where am I? I've disappeared from the general populace. It's as I always feared. Anyway, hi. Okay, it's me. I want to take you to a gay bar. All right, look. Rando has sent me something, and I have to look at it with the utmost. Okay, what the fuck is the? How do I? How do I, is there just a way I can do this without having to... Don't want to post it instead. I mean, if you could, just, like, quote retweet it or something, because I don't want to, like, blow up my DMs, because I'd have to, like, full screen it and this whole thing, and it's like, you know? But yeah, hi everybody, it's me, right? But yeah, everybody, fucking... They up in that VC, like her, Ian, and Mariaka are in there, because I'm normal, and I want to go to bed. You know, I'm normal, and I am, like, I may not be a mentally stable person, but I have a bedtime, okay? It's self-imposed, and it's around fucking 12 in the morning, okay? You say bedtime more than I try to, and then she's like... but this is when I normally go to sleep. I'm like, yeah, and that's stupid. Like, me fall asleep at 2 a.m., you got work at 6 a.m. See, I used to be like you, and then I'd wake up at 11 a.m. and be like, hey guys. I've definitely been here the whole time. Okay, this thing is called Silent Katie, and I'm scared because it's making me remember the crash up that I had, which I had to deal with the fucking internet thing again today, chat. When I moved the Switch back into my room, and it was I don't understand what causes it, but whatever. Okay. Hey guys. Okay, what is this? I'm already upset. I'm looking at it. I'm upset. Okay. Uh, what is this?
Guys, I don't know why it's happening. I don't know why you just like sit your fat fucking ass for 5 seconds
Okay.
and let me fucking just do it on the TV.
Yeah. I think the various Typhon laughter really
Play the video game if the fucking internet is exploding. How am I supposed to fucking play the game? How am I supposed to play the game? Okay. Guys, I don't know why it's happening. I don't know why you just
If you missed last stream, if you missed the Typhon stream, I was we were trying to play Fortnite, and Typhon kept fucking pushing me to move the PS5 into the room with the capture card because I have my my PC mic, right, which is better than my phone. And so I was like, fine, right? And so then I do it, and then my fucking internet like collapses. It just starts like shitting itself so hard. And it pisses me off because I'm like, why couldn't you have just fucking... Why couldn't you have just fucking let me use my phone? And then she starts playing this video in the background, the fucking Silent Hill running in the forest. While I'm trying to fix this shit, and she's fucking giggling at me. Okay?
like sit your fat fucking ass for 5 seconds and let me fucking just do it on the TV.
I turned to the group in the...
Fucking play the video game if the fucking internet is exploding. It's not like, how am I supposed to fucking play the game? How am I supposed to play the game? Okay.
I was so mad. I was so genuinely angry. It was crazy. Anyway, hey guys, there's no news because it's Monday, and the only news that there is that fucking I don't know. You think I know? Actually, yeah, Xbox killed more people because Xbox will die by the end of next year. Okay. Sonic Central this week. Yep, it's happening. I'm just gonna start making up news. Okay. Spider-Man 3 was announced. Guys, you know, it's really cool. Yeah, the World Cup is going on. I was gonna edit. I'm just gonna like you put in the background. I was lazy. Lazy. Hi Conan. Typhon hates us. She hates me. The only person that she likes anymore is Marigaka, and it's just like, you know, what am I gonna do then? Truthfully, what am I gonna do? Okay. Dude, I'm sick. Okay. Masters of the Universe is bombing. And they say that was a really good movie, and I'm upset. She also likes Triple T. Yeah, and everybody likes Tung Sahur. And apparently I'm worth less than AI slop. Okay, I made another Snowchi image. Okay. Oh yeah, we watched the Dead by Daylight direct. And they didn't announce Pennywise or Slender Man. They announced another clown. And that was cool. I'm doing dishes. Florian's doing dishes. Okay. Another 1,000 Snowchi images. All right. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this life. Okay. I'm being forgotten in the ether. Okay. All that I have left is fucking Snowchi images. Is this nigga Snowchi? Chat, you guys like me, right? You guys like me. You guys wouldn't switch up on me. The primetime Packers just walls of Snowchi, yeah. Yeah, of course. Okay. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? If you guys were like, yeah, honestly, I'm really only just here for the Snowchi images. Oh yeah, Miku's in P5X, which, you know, shout out. We love you though. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Okay. On a fundamental level. Hey guys, who's gonna also who's gonna buy me Star Fox? Who's gonna do that, guys? Show of hand, you got that game? Okay, it's over. I thought you already bought Star Fox. I did, but I pre-ordered it, and then I had to buy the fucking million other things because, you know, I had to like live, and I had to decide, is Star Fox more important than like my actual life, and it's not. So then I had to make hard decisions. So now there's no money left. Anyway, this is the rent due stream, huh? Yeah, am I even gonna get the money until next month? And even then, who knows? So anyway, guys, we're gonna play Pikmin 2 today, which is one of my favorite games of all time. Okay. that is Greed Angel. That's not the capture card. Life is more important, yeah. And so you have to be a responsible adult, and you have to do things instead of get Star Fox. You have to like eat food and like thank you, Blaziken Blast, for gifting a sub. I really appreciate that. Is that what a Pikmin is? Yeah, it's we're picking men, which Conan is going to be a very big fan of, okay? Okay. Let's play Xenoblade Chronicles instead. Hell no, alright? So I had the Flame Angels big and greedy bit start, because, well, mostly, Percy says it, right? Yeah, but thank you, Blaziken. Percy mostly says it, right? But, it really got traction because Albert was talking about how he wanted a Switch 2 Pro controller. And then Flame Angel said same. And then Albert like pauses the video that he's watching to be like, Flame, you have one. And that really just fucked her up forever, I think. And we were like, okay, you were like the greediest individual to ever live. We love her, though. Anyway, chat, welcome back to the Pikmin Marathon, okay? Where we completed Pikmin 1 and we got all the shit parts to go back home to Hokate. We repaired the SS Dolphin. Now, Pikmin 2 is about what happens when we get home, you know? Instead of 3 men, now it's 5 guys, yeah. Bars, okay? When you autopilot a conversation type shit. Basically. God, I need 5 guys? Okay. You need to get the fuck away from me right now. Okay, oh no, we have to stop the music. Enough. Anyway. Pikmin 2. There's no audio. Guys. Guys. Wait, no, I can hear myself. Ew, stop! No, okay, there's audio for you guys, there's no audio for me. That's the problem. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I can fix it. Okay. I have to tilt my television also because I'm looking at... everyone has to... Oh, there's a hype train! Guys! Hey men and their Pikmin. Yeah. Anyway, guys. You're going to see my Pikmin skills in full force because Pikmin 2... Pikmin 2 is the real woman's game. Okay? Pikmin 2 is the difference between, boys and men. Okay? Pikmin, even. Okay? Is she serious? I am gravely serious. Okay? Wait, true! Alright, anyway. Is this nigga serious? Anyway, Pikmin 2. Hogatake Freight is a long-haul, deep space shipping company. One day, its only employee of any merit, Captain Olimar, crashed on an uncharted planet while on an interstellar vacation. There, he was aided by indigenous creatures which he called Pikmin. In the end, Captain Olimar escaped. We did. That was Pikmin 1. But in Olimar's absence, his employer, Hogatake Freight, ran into financial difficulties. I love Pikmin. So yeah, we pick up right where Pikmin 1 left off, okay? Story of Katie's life, yeah. It's actually a very topical game for me to play. President Hogatake Freight and local employee Louis. That fucking employee that I hate. Olimar, I'm so glad you're safe. Yes, very glad. Quite glad. But sadly, I have an announcement that is not so glad. Our company is going under. Yes, we're finished. On his first mission, Louis here met a ravenous space buddy. And his entire load of golden pick brand carrots was eaten. I took out an enormous loan to repay the debt from this loss. I decided to sell off corporate assets to repay the loan. But the only asset we had to sell was your ship, the SS Dolphin. As for the yeah, so our entire ship that we spent fixing just got sold off. So yeah. Also, yeah, Louis is the devil. Olimar? What is that? You brought that back as a souvenir for your kid? Treasure, 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 money, 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 money. Initiating valuation of recovered treasure. This artifact is worth 100 Pokos. Oh fuck, bro! This thing's worth 100 Pokos. That's more than a year's salary. High Flame. What? There are more on that planet? They could repay our debt! Louis, you dolt, look alive! You must depart immediately! With Captain Olimar. That guy, go! Fuck! How's Pikmin? Well, we just started, but it's one of my favorite games of all time. Kids call you greedy again? Okay. But yeah, chat, we lost, that ship that we spent the whole first game fixing, gone. We have this rinky-dink-ass ship. So that we can, get money and not be bankrupt anymore. We're gonna pitch this out immediately now? Yeah. Were you? I was explaining the Greed Angel bit to people, okay? And I'm pretty sure just tackle financial troubles like this, bro. Yeah, they do. You gotta get money, bro. Also, Louis died. Shout out. Finally. The ship. The way the ship moves explains why it moves like that in that one Sister's Emissary cutscene. Yes! Yeah, Chad, if you've ever played Olimar, or played against Olimar, this is the ship that they use for his final smash. That was close. I have averted a crash landing, running diagnostics. Alert! Danger! Louis is dead. Thank God. He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communicator. He is either flouting protocol or in danger. Olimar, you must find Louis before he freezes to death in the cold of this planet. Wait a moment. Look! Oh, dude, it's my men! See, look, because we taught them self-defense in the first game. Chat, guys! Could these be Pikmin? They look like they're about to be devoured as we speak. Help them. Use to put the cursor near the Pikmin and press to call them with your whistle. You can also hold to make the sound of your whistle carry farther, remember? Okay, yeah, remember how to play Pikmin, okay. Get over here. Yay! The Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you, Captain Olimar. How fascinating. Give them instructions and do not delay. Hold A to grab a Pikmin and release A to throw it. Okay, anyway, y'all know how it is. Y'all know what it be. Y'all know what it do. Hi, Alejandro. Attention, Captain Olimar. I have just re-established my communication link with Louis. It is fortunate we have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I really don't want to, man. I'm quite interested in the details of his condition. Red man. It might be Alton Alejandro, actually. Now that I think about it. Louis, allow me to assess your condition as per our safety protocols. Are you at all injured? Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. Our communications link shows you are nearby. You can make your way to our location and rejoin us. I will navigate for you. Press to contact me and obtain information about the terrain. See, now I don't have to collect the map anymore, Chad. I just have the map, see? I see it's red and blue. Okay, it's Alton Alejandro. See? Anyway. Louis! The odd object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Olimar's report. Shout out, man. The seed the onion ejected just sprouted. According to Olimar's report, it can be plucked with A. Louis, you must pick men. Wow. Oh my god. It's Flame Angel. Alejandro's on Donkey Kong Bonanza. Louis, this is by one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It is staring at you. Press A to throw a Pikmin where you want to take action. A squadron can do a lot. You can display. I know. All my description of the creatures resembling pick carrots was strangely accurate. My sensors detected drool in the corner of your mouth. Are you alright? This is a freak, bro. Bro wants to eat it. I'm about to eat it, bro. See, that's why people want. That's why the creatures want to eat them because they look like carrots. And also, listen, I can't get into it right now, but this nigga's a problem. All right. do not trust this fellow. I'ma eat it. Ah! I'm eating it. The onion ejected more seeds. The pellet. Yeah, no. Yes, the Pikmin gather nutrients, haul them to the onion, and further propagate the species. The onion is a Pikmin mothership. Reviewing the Walmart report. Yeah, no. Think I've ever seen a Pikmin before? Shipping tutorials I see. I think I have 100%ed this game like close to 100 times. It's like it's gotta be up there. I know everything. I even know something that I'm going to tell you when we get there, okay? But we're almost there. I just have to pick more men, okay? Now, you see, chat, the AI in this game is a lot better than it was in Pikmin 1. Because now, they don't fall that much farther behind, and they don't fucking trip anymore. They don't trip and they don't get lost or stuck on shit anymore. Okay? You, like, never bring up Pikmin? I never have a reason to. So I don't have to scream at them anymore. But I love Pikmin. It's one of my favorite. It's like it's like top 3 Nintendo series. I just never gonna talk about it because no one else has ever fucking played it. Now, chat, we found our first treasure. Okay? It's a battery. Now, here's the funny part about this game. Okay? The funny part about this game is that it used to be full of brands. This used to be a Duracell battery. Okay? If you play the GameCube version right now, you will see a Duracell battery. You'll see, like, soda brand cups. You'll see, like, Coca-Cola bottle caps and 7-Up bottle caps and, like, Kiwi shoe polish, right? When they remastered this game, or ported it, whatever you want to call it, for Switch, obviously, they could not get all of those fucking licenses back. So, everything is now not a brand. Okay? But, if you play, but, you know, but yeah, which is sad, but it makes sense. Perhaps this object is one of the treasures that we were searching for. The only reason we found it here is because this is where you crash landed. How fortunate. I would like to appraise it, but you must regroup with all of them first. Can you see him? Press ZL to move the camera behind you. Also, press ZR to... Kind of silly to think about the fact that Pepsi was a Nintendo game at one point. It was. There's a lot of weird shit. I should find, like, some of the brands that they got, because some of them are really funny. How am I gonna play the game without a brand? Fuck! There were genuinely people like that, though. Like, you joke, but, like, some people were like, how am I supposed to play this without my brands? And I'm like, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, I liked the brands because it was, like, funny, but, I don't need them, you know? Anyway, new game mechanic, paper bag. Wow, I reunited Al's and Alejandro. Captain Olimar, Louis, you are reunited at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. But now you must feel assured that your combined wits can get you through anything. There's so many me. You found Magnum condoms. Dude, I fucking wish. Dude, I fucking wish. That would have been so fucking funny. There was something close to that. I forget what. We'll probably see it on our travels, but there's something. Actually, Chad, the only thing that didn't change from the only brand that hasn't changed from the Switch version to the GameCube version is all of the various Nintendo products, as you can imagine. I was looking and I actually thought the game said that for a sec. Shout out, bro. Shout out to Magnum Condoms. From now on, use B. Yeah. Anyway, the other cool part about this game is that you now have 2 captains, which means you can divide the work between 2 different groups. Alright? So you don't have to rely on the Pikmin for everything. Will you see me do that? Sometimes. Occasionally. But yeah, but there are some funny products I think they get in here. And if I remember that something used to be funnier as a brand, I'll show it. I'll try and find it. Now, I just have to wait for the men to deliver. But yeah, despite... Did you play this game on the GameCube? I did. I owned a GameCube, and I owned a physical copy of Pikmin 2. It was actually the only Pikmin game that I had played. I didn't play Pikmin 1 until, like... I think the Wii version came out? No, actually, I watched Chugga Conroy play Pikmin 1 back in the day. And then I eventually played it myself. So you're a LARPer? Anyway. Also, now they dig. I'm not going to say what kind of occupation, I'm not going to say the occupation of someone that digs, because, you can imagine. A debate on flooding my timeline. See, I've always just been of the opinion that I'm like, I don't really care of, like, the way of, like, someone experiences something, because I'm like, fuck that gotta do with me, you know? But people want to feel superior all the time, and I'm just like, if somebody experienced Resident Evil through, like, Typhon's, like, Resident Evil marathon, like, I don't really care. You know? That's the movie with Tom Cruise, right? Yeah, that one. What's up, my doggy? Yeah, you tried. You tried, man. Yeah, I hurt nobody. Exactly. Anyway. It's not a battery. It's a courage reactor. It also means that Olimar and Louie are shorter than a actual battery. So, you know. Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. I took the liberty of naming it when I appraised it. The name reflects my current thinking. Leave it to me to think of catchy names for hit products. It is one of my many talents. We shall end our first day here and report back to our president. His face will surely be joyous. was outside while it was pouring, raining, and my hair was blowing in the wind. Was that piece I've ever been? Bro felt the aura. However, to communicate with Hocotate, it must fly into low orbit above the planet. We will not return to the surface until morning, as to avoid the indigenous nocturnal creatures. Well, chat. That's the tutorial day. Bro thinks he's Vegeta. This is Polonium and no stream. And the Pikmin have departed with us once more. Today's report. But yeah. We try to make, instead of trying to fix our ship, we're trying to fix our crippling debt. So we're gonna have to make a lot of money. $10,000. As a matter of fact. Yeah. And now you can see the Pikmin charts of how they die, including new things such as they can now die to electricity and poison. We'll get there. Oh, will we get there? I don't care if somebody watches playthroughs, but don't say some dumb shit like gameplay is important and necessary for games, brethren. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, you can experience a game however you want. Just don't say stupid shit. You know? You found your first bit of treasure. Fine work. Our future depends on your efforts, so check your treasure hoard regularly. I'll check in often. Keep up the pace. Anyway, chat, we're gonna be 100%ing this game. There's a lot of treasure in this game, so we're in it for the long haul. Okay? You're gonna be seeing Pikmin all day. Every day. Okay? Your life is men. The only thing you will be seeing is men. Okay? There's a lot of treasures, and we're gonna get all the treasures, basically. Also now the cool thing about this is you can see the treasures, and you can read all of our thoughts on them. I'm gonna be reading all of them, okay? We've recovered our first treasure. Amazingly, the Pikmin remembered how to salvage it. I can't understand their adorable language, and I don't know what they're thinking. Yet, I'm so happy to see them. When I crashed on this planet, the Pikmin helped me locate my missing ship parts. In my darkest hour, the Pikmin were there for me. Now that I'm reunited with them, I know everything will be alright. It will, right? Men. So yeah. A lot of Olimar's character that I really like is shown through his journal in these treasure things. So we're gonna at least read all of them. I'm not gonna read all of this stuff. Oh wait, no, actually I am, because okay. So in the original version of the game, you had to beat the game to unlock Louis' notes, right? In the HD version, they made it so that, you don't have to. It's just there from the start. All of Omar's notes on the, so he's streaming all day? Probably not, but I'm just gonna be streaming Pikmin a lot more often. All of Omar's notes on the monsters are scientific, you know? Like, he talks about, like, the family, you know, which also is just funny, although initially identified as a juvenile red bulborb, groundbreaking new research indicates that this creature is in fact a member of the breadbug family. Yeah, so these things aren't even actually bulborbs. Okay? They're breadbugs pretending to be bulborbs. Okay, anyway, Louis has a much different opinion on the creatures. For a blissful bisque, mince the entire beast finely and stir it with heavy cream, artichoke hearts, and a pinch of black pepper. Heat slowly until piping hot. Rich and creamy. On a quest for the perfect hors d'oeuvre, slow cook this plant in a wood fire oven, but be careful to only serve with the tender pellet. Nigga really wants to eat them. Yeah. So yeah, Louis knows just how to cook every single individual creature. So I'll read those. Or I'll read any of the other creature ones I find interesting. Anyway. We must go to the Valley of Repose. Enough. Okay. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside the onion. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. Okay, damn, bro. I didn't realize it was that crazy. How do you do the thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Passion scientist and biologist kid in my belly, nigga. Fuck. Look. There's greedy ass niggas in this world, okay? Some of you niggas in chat would understand. There's something in my eye. Fuck. Oh god. Ah! Well, see, I listen. I even say you, Flame Angel. Okay, so you responded to that. All right. Fuck. Fucking. Chad, we should all just collectively stop having eyeballs. I think like, as a society, we've moved past the need for eyeballs. Loki, if you go into a new plane, would you all start thinking about how everything tastes? I mean, I think about it a little bit. Because, I mean, yeah, if it's a new planet, it's like, you know, what do they be eating? Because the Pikmin be eating other niggas. You know? You just don't think about it because they go into the onion and they get turned into nutrients or whatever. But they be eating them. I just be eating my niggas. But yeah, ironically, this is one of the first games I think I played on my own. Back when I was able to. So that's probably why I think Cuphead is relaxing, because this game is not relaxing. It's one of the first. I was like, you know, I was like 7, playing this game, being like, yeah, the Pikmin. Munching Pikmin, walking Skittles. We know about you, man. People on the timeline are talking about Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask, Link, and all these to go. That makes me happy. He is the goat. That's the hero of time. He's been through more than most of the other Links. And then the only competition now is a Wild Link. Must savor any and all men opportunities. Also, chat, the cool thing about this in comparison to Pikmin 1 is you have an infinite amount of time. You still abide by the day system, but you have an infinite amount of time. You have an infinite amount of days, which I think is much better. Because you still have the stress of like the time in the day, but I'm not arbitrarily cut off. Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't have 30 days. You have an infinite amount of days to collect treasure. The Pikmin plucking process is also a lot faster because you have 2 niggas, and also they just pluck faster now. Yeah. Now you must. You might be wondering, but Katie, there's so many treasures. There's so many treasures to get, and this world is so fucking small. You're gonna learn soon, okay? I have to get this thing out of my eyeball, so I'll be fucking right back, bro. Fuck. Okay. But look, you're gonna learn. The way to get treasure is I start siphoning everyone's bank accounts. And it cannot be stopped. Now we have enough Pikmin to crush this thing. Anyway, I'm gonna kill you. It's also much easier to land on their weak spots in this game than usual. Okay. Now, we find ourselves facing the spotty bullboard once again. And once again, I will employ the same strategy. Kill that boy! Anyway, some of them died, but I'm okay with that. At this stage. I've accepted that the streamer curse is going to get me with Pikmin more than most of the other games that I've played. And that's okay. It just means that for every Pikmin that dies, I have to kill a chat member. Yeah, no, the Bulborbs are actual Bulborbs. It's just the small ones aren't. Those are low-key adorable, yeah. I mean, look, they're modern bulbs, you know? Shout out to that guy. Yeah, one of you will die. Just believe in your heart that one of you will die. Anyway, here's a crushed soda can. Alright, this is an opportune moment to see that. See? Because now, I can watch this wall. I can break down and watch this wall. And... because he's going first, I can feel it. I'll think about it. And then, you know, Louis can make sure these guys are safe when they deliver the treasure. You know? So that I can actually, like, see what's going on. I can divide and conquer in this game, you know? Yeah, look, I wouldn't... Look, who would I kill first? Probably Zenith. What do we guys say about the actual World Wars? Well, we're gonna find out when we leave. There's this mysterious hole in the ground over here. Shut up. Utter scrap. What does it do? Live. And lurk. How did the Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? When masked, their might is ferocious. Louis, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. Press A. Yay! I know. Live and lurk. Hanging on the edge of the chat room. A fun detail is also that the music changes slightly depending on if you're playing as Olimar or Louis. It kind of like slows down when you're playing as Louis, and then it's more regular when you're playing as Olimar. Anyway. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You will show expressions of unease. Do not fear, the leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. I will return any Pikmin outside of that group to the Onion. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. So the biggest difference between Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2, chat, is that Pikmin 2 is a dungeon crawler. And this is where most of the treasures you will find will be. Now, people are divided on this. I love it, okay? Some people hate it, but I love it. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that the hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check underground terrain, press plus to communicate with me. I'm not just a ship, I am an all-purpose support pod. Yeah, so, Pikmin 2 is a dungeon crawler. Okay? You go into caves, and you go deeper into those caves, and you find treasures. And the most important thing is that the onion does not come with you in these caves. So you have to make do with the group of Pikmin that you take into that dungeon. Anyway, here's an orange. Yeah, and also, time does not pass in the dungeons. So, you can take as long as you want. And as long as you need. Citrus lump. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, so you have to be extra careful with what you're doing in this game. There's also why I said this Pikmin shit ain't no game. Okay? Anyway, here's a bottle cap. And now you gotta be wondering, you say you 100% this game? Yes. Multiple times. And I'd be wondering, what happens if I take beastly creatures to the ship, despite the fact that there's no onion? Well, you will see. Nerd. Yeah. Spicy ginger ale, and definitely quenching emblem, and definitely did not used to be 7-Up. Anyway, how could you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. Yeah, so if you give beasts to the ship, it gives you like $2. Like Part-Time Scientist, where she gives us dozens of riddles. Look, I really like this game, and I like telling people about it, especially because most people haven't played Pikmin. They don't know what Pikmin actually is like. Okay? They think this shit is cozy. It's not. Okay? Would you rather have $1 or $2? Yeah, so I'm not gonna deliver beasts to the ship very often, but you can. Sometimes you do have to, though. This hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louis, you do recall that... Yeah, I know. Your expression suggests you do. Excellent. Yay. And trust me, we gonna get to some of these dungeons, and they not gonna be kind to you. Now, this is the final floor, because this one is for babies. Dude, this is a dungeon for literal toddlers, so we'll be fine. Also, I found the Earth. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. Yeah, the world, bro. How will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. Now, is he right? He is. 101, you need 101 Pikmin. And we cannot have 101 Pikmin, so whatever shall we do? Other than kill people to satiate my bloodlust, but that was just kind of negotiable. Non-negotiable. Oh yeah, I guess the other thing I never talked about with the red Pikmin is that, as well as being immune to fire, they do twice the amount of damage that any other Pikmin does. Except for one, but you know, we'll get there. Oh my god, purple flowers. Astounding! A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly, it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. Chat, who up yearning? Anyway, in the first game, we had red, yellow, and blue flowers, but what do the purple ones do? I wonder. Oh, I truthfully wonder. The Chudman. The Chudling Pikmin. Amazing! A purple Pikmin. It has hair and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. So yeah, there's purple Pikmin in this game. And, they are very broken. So broken that they don't have their own onion. You can only make purple Pikmin by tossing them into the flowers. That you find in the caves. They are also incredibly slow. Okay, but they are heavy, which means that they are worth the weight of 10 Pikmin. So even though you can only have 100 Pikmin on the field, you can carry more weight with the purple Pikmin. It also means that everything is going to move at a fucking snail's pace, okay? Anyway, this is the power of big burly men. Which is exciting for some of you. Anyway, the globe. Spherical atlas. There is a device resembling a microchip embedded in the sphere. Retrieving data. Error. I can only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the sphere chart. Press plus to contact me and go to exploration kit on the radar. And now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway. That's how we get new areas in this game, instead of just getting shit parts. We have to find the globes, and they unlock new areas for us to explore. Which means I can leave this area and then come back to it later when it is time. When the time is right. Oh my god, you niggas are slow as fuck. Oh, fuck, bro. Alright. Anyway. Astounding! Water is shooting out of the geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try. Something to that effect. These Pikmin fucking suck at singing. They're trying their best. Okay. Anyway. Cave complete. We did it. We got all the treasure. There's only 3, so it's kind of hard not to. But it's been done, chat. And then now that we've been sufficiently traumatized by the underground terrors, we send it back here. You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable! You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Yeah, see, there it is. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. Anyway, we gotta go. Also, the pro Pikmin just, yeah, they just go into the ship. Since they don't have an onion. They will inhale 100 fumes and die. They will inhale 50 grams of asbestos and fucking die. Big money! Yeah. Okay, 5 died to the bullboard because I was careless, but... Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt is with happy Hocotate savings and loans, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! You think? Yeah. Anyway, we must go to the Awakening Wood, chat. Because there's nothing else I can do in the Valley of Repose without various Pikmin types, so, But what's the treasure looking like? This fruit was dug up from the floor of an icy cavern. It appears that the fruit's thick skin protected it from the frigid cold. It's quite remarkable. The shape of the fruit eerily resembles the president's head. P.S. Labyrinthine underground entrails of this planet are like a completely different world. The area we recently touched down in is blanketed with a fresh layer of frozen precipitation. As tranquil and relaxing as it is, I named it the Valley of Repose. Using Pikmin to move obstacles, I was able to open up some new areas to exploration, where I found this hunk of metal. I often brag about my inexhaustible supply of self-control, but when I peer at this treasure, I can't help but want to take a drink. The purple Pikmin were somehow able to carry this massive treasure. Today, we measured their physical strength using the ship's onboard beefometer. It seems that they have 10 times the weight and physical power of any other Pikmin. When I throw them, they land with a resounding thud. I decided to commemorate the cave I first encountered them in by naming it the Emergence Cave. Hey, shut up, man. Now, Louis, what does Louis have to say about Red Bull Wars? Plum specimens are best spit roasted whole, stuffed with a lime and a slab of bacon. Based frequently and ensure a magnificently moist haunch. Best grilled and served hot over a bed of fresh spinach and crumbled blue cheese. This convenient purple flower secretes a dark, flavorful oil that emanates the need for salad dressing. Look, people have different priorities, chat, alright? Anyway, the Awakening Wood. Which is mostly just the Garden of Gloom. Shit sounds delicious. See, that is the thing though, is that the things that Louis describes do sound delicious. But I was like, you're fucked up, you. Good morning. It should please you to know the purple Pikmin are lodged safely in my hull. The confines of my interior seem to suit them perfectly, though they do occasionally tickle me. Saying the Ring of Light and call Pikmin out, yeah. Bring me the men. Bring me the men. Okay. Hey, it's you guys. I remember you guys. Hello? Louis, I'll march. I get you on the... shut the fuck up. Enough! Alright. That nigga's playing Fortnite on the Nintendo Switch system. I should play Fortnite again. See, I'm angry that I waited as long as I did to play Fortnite because now I can't get, like, half of the things that I would actually, like, want to get. Flowers. Pikmin that drink the yellow nectar instantly turn into a flower Pikmin. It appears they have enhanced motor skills. What a wondrous nectar! How intriguing. Like plants, Pikmin mature from leaf to bud to flower. The virus is spreading. Cagnalamar. You must share the information that you have with your subordinate Louis. Look, at the very least, I won't become a Fortnite streamer, right? You can believe that. Die. Okay. Oh, hi, Wolf Queen. Hi. We're Pikmining today. I'm educating people in the art of picking men. All right. It goes good. Thank you for stopping by. I'm showing the people that this shit is indeed no game, alright? Alright. Now see, chat, the cool thing also about the purple Pikmin is that they can do this to people. Yep. I'll get this up, so I got curious to stop by. Hey, thank you again to Blaziken for gifting her sub. Yeah. It's real Pikmin hours. It's 5. Okay. Strawberry. Kill on sight! Kill that nigga now! Yeah, the purple Pikmin are broken because they just stun whatever they land on for like a really absurd amount of time, so they, it doesn't look good for them. The problem, the onion has ceased ejecting seeds malfunctioning. Interesting, and now it seems the number of life forms of the onion has increased. Didn't you know that no more than 100 Pikmin? Yeah. But I currently observe only 95 on the surface. Could there be wild Pikmin somewhere? Interesting. There's 100 Pikmin on the field, but we only have 95 Pikmin. It's weird. Anyway. Sunseed Berry. And also, that's 10% of the debt, because that's $1,000, chat. We'll be out of here in no time. Well, with any luck, anyway. I know there was more nectar. Or perhaps I made it up. Okay. I made up the idea that there was more nectar. Anyway, let's actually progress. The berries. There's berries on these trees, and I want them for myself. Alright? The colonization is in full effect of the Pikmin planet. Best believe. I want the delicious berries for myself. Anyway. This is not a treasure. Yummers. Astounding! This red berry contains an ultra-spicy essence. It does not appear to have any monetary value, but I shall research potential uses for it. Bring me more specimens. Okay. Look, we're in the midst of uncovering a new game mechanic, okay? And one that I'm quite fond of. Anyway, there it is. Hello, our research on the red berries that you discovered has yielded a powerful potion. Behold the Ultra Spicy Spray. Although it is untested, I believe it will have spectacular results. Spray on all your Pikmin by pressing down on the D-pad. When necessary, I can produce 1 bottle of spray from 10 berries. We can give the Pikmin drugs in this game, chat, to make them incredibly strong and fast. But I will only do when absolutely necessary, because it is a finite resource. Wait. You. Die, thank you. There we go. See, look, this part is cozy, chat. This specific part. Then when I get into the dungeons, then I start tweaking wildly, okay? Also, apparently I got disconnected from my own chat room, so shout out to OBS, again, for making my life difficult and hard. Wait. Anyway, I will only use the spray when absolutely necessary, which means we'll get a tutorial, but it'll be very... There's so much men! You can never have enough men, alright? I'm breeding all of the men for this moment, so that I can kill anything in my way. And can you hurry up, please? Thank you. Nope. You really truthfully thought. I remember this treasure used to be something, but I don't remember what it was exactly. We also can't get it yet because I would have to throw Pikmin very high into the sky. But I just can't quite do that yet. How heavy is this paper bag? We need 200 niggas to fucking... to flatten it. Yeah, I don't have enough for that. Alright. Anyway, Yeah, there's all these flowers, and they look calm and unassuming, but, one of them has eyeballs. Ow. And he slapped himself. And you can see that that the Hero Pikmin are very broken because they can literally just stun the enemy forever, and then you just kill them. No, not you. I want you guys to with that, thank you. You do alright, you got that. Hashtag. Yeah, 50 Alejandros. Alright. the might of that many Alejandros is enough to kill any man. Aaron. Here's another cave. Biological sensors are reacting violently. The readings are ominous. A beast of unknown power lurks in these depths. A large Pikmin group would be reassuring. My sound sensors are picking up hostile roars of many beasts. Expect dangerous encounters. Sensors are also showing extreme heat pockets. You may need flame-resistant Pikmin. But my records indicate no such data. Are my records incomplete? Well, we know about flame-resistant Pikmin. Hi, Block of Cheese Car. I recognize you from the Typhon side of things. Welcome on in. We're picking men today, and I'm showing people the ways of Pikmin 2. So that people may relax and chill and stuff while I suffer in the Pikmin streets. Which, you know, I mean, despite that I keep saying that I don't think Pikmin necessarily qualifies as a cozy game, I do think that it's the perfect thing for you guys to kind of just, like, sit back and listen to, instead of feeling pressured to, always have something to say, you know? Because I am mostly just collecting treasures. And it's a game I know top to bottom, so... You know, it'll mostly just be me explaining. Hashtag. Yeah, hi, Block of Cheese Car. Anyway, enough coziness. It's time for the whole of beasts, whole of breasts, okay? Some of you niggas are cold. Anyway, here's our first proper dungeon. And it's where I do my best work. Oh, you tried. Now you tried. Now you tried again. There. One of them delivered the fucking shear grubs to the ship. The other thing about the caves is that they are randomly generated. Most of the floors layouts are most of the floor layouts are randomly generated. Okay, not to be confused with AI generated, but they are randomly generated. Okay, and Meta Heroes on Mario Kart World, shout out, bro. Not in the sense of like the floor itself, but just like the layouts and like the way things end up are randomly generated. Speaking of which, I found a D-pad. which I honestly think is the only thing here to get, so... Shout out? Hashtag? I can do this. Yurt. Crusty ass D-pad, also known as the Stone of Glory. Also, that weird powering down sound effect that plays means there's no more treasure on the floor. So that's how you know when to get the fuck out. Level 2! Egg. The eggs are nectar in them, which is nice. Gone are the days of picking grass. To find nectar, I could just find them in eggs. Alright. Now everybody's flowered. I don't want to talk about deflowering on stream. You can also now create more purple Pikmin, which I kind of need. And you need a lot of purple Pikmin for something later on in the game. So keep that in mind as we patrol these streets, these Pikmin streets. Alright, maybe this guy's the picture again. That's just one of you. It's gonna bother me for the rest of this fucking thing, but it's fine. Is there no treasure on this one? Is this one just like one of the resting floors? I think it's one of the resting floors. I like the little noises they make. Me too. They only make them in the caves, and I find it really cute. In future games, I think like they make different songs based on like the certain amount of Pikmin that you have. But don't quote me on that. But they're very cute. I need it in these times of these times of stress. You kind of build like a yellow Pikmin. Hi, Tom Gaz. Also, I guess this has been proven. Anyway, and with the right Pikmin, deal with the fire. As they were meant to. As they are the fire resistant Pikmin that we were talking about, that the ship was talking about. Thank you for following. Block of cheese car. I need to turn that alert all the way down because that scared the shit out of me. Making the best car ever created while on expedition in the caverns. Look, it's kind of aura, you know. Because then the creatures know that the Pikmin are coming, and they're gonna die soon. Anyway. Y'all play, Mahjong? Why? My devious Mahjong piece? I'm employing Dan Dory tactics. Y'all fuck with Nintendo? Okay. Never actually played Mahjong, but you know. Strife Monolith. Anyway, Nintendo brand floppy disk. What do you play on it? I don't fucking know. You think I know? Someone out there has, like, Pikmin noises vocal sims. That was me as a child, actually. Anyway. It's not a floppy disk, it's a cosmic archive. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, the Pikmin... The Pikmin got balls, you know, like, to be doing all this shit. I mean, we're 4 levels deep into a cave of beasts and vagrants. Alright, now I'm wondering if this is the part of the cave that I'm thinking of that has the creatures that I am not fond of. Oh no! No, the various bugs. Okay. Sometimes bugs come out and they don't like kill your Pikmin, they just scare them. But if you kill them, you get a lot of nectar. They make them move wildly and erratically, which could also mean they move into places that are not good. See the other thing, Chad, this shit is relaxing to me. When like to you guys, this shit would not be relaxing. But I know these caves so well that like it just ends up kind of circling back to being relaxing to me. Anywho. Okay, so I think now we have to deal with the creature. Where is he? We have to deal with... Yeah, that guy, okay. Alright, now the cool thing is I don't have to employ the bum rush tactic anymore, because I have purple Pikmin and they can just do this. And some of the beasts have treasures. For instance, this one has an entire Game & Watch. I don't know how he ate that, but don't question it. Is it ball Game & Watch? We're gonna see. It is! And it's a Dream Architect. Now you can officially say that we know Ball, okay? Shout out to Ball, alright? Anyway, this one's for Alz and Alejandro. A Nintendo brand Ace card, because... or a Luck Wafer. Because, as most people know, Nintendo used to make cards for video games. For Game Man watches. I think I got all the treasure. I'm going to assume that I did. Because I think I heard the noise of me getting all the treasure. Lest I be consumed by the elements of my own greed and avarice. Yeah, because it's just the Hanafuda card, but yeah. Alright. I have a great idea. Let's leave! Now, it also saves every single if you notice, it saves every single time that you enter a new floor. So if you have a biblical fucking error, you can just reset the game and you'll be fine. Speaking of which, we've made it to the final floor. Oh god. Okay. So, the cool thing about most caves is that they end with some kind of boss fight. There's a lot of bosses. And here we have a repulsive being of greed and avarice. Okay? With an actual butthole, so shout out, man. Alright. Anyway, it's Queen Bulblax, Empress Bulblax, one of them. Okay. Now this calls for drugs. Astounding! The head of the Pikmin are glowing, and they seem extremely agitated. The ultra spicy spray appears to increase Pikmin speed and attack power. What a discovery! Okay, so yeah. Okay. So yeah, she's gonna she throws shit at her, and then she's gonna knock them off, and then try to roll over on them with her gigantic, enormous body. And so you have to be very careful. Extremely careful. Enough. Alright. One more for the culture. That was almost an issue. Now, I know the question on everybody's mind. Okay. Which is, which chat member looks like this? Okay. And it is Polonian Promise, unfortunately. These are the facts of life that we must learn, alright? I don't think anyone thought that. Ah! I feel like a lot of people did. You understand? I speak for the people, you know? Please get off. There you go. I agree with that statement. Thank you, Espeon. I have more aura than you. I don't think that's true. I really don't feel like that's true. Anyway, see? Slow and steady wins the race, chat. Anyway, I killed it. And we found a love tester, which I can use on all of you. How bizarre. This device is emitting black light. It must have been ingested by that creature. What an absolutely repulsive life form. Our return to Hokage cannot come soon enough. That's what I say about Typhon. Anyway. First boss down, and we didn't lose any Pikmin. The skills that I have are insurmountable. Anyway, we're gonna sell this thing for profit. $15. Anyway. The hashtag love tester. Or the prototype detector. This contraption seems to react when it approaches treasure. I will connect it to my radar. Processing complete. The treasure gauge is now fully operational. It will now appear on your monitor. The needle will move right as you approach treasure. Yeah, so the other cool thing with this game is that when you kill bosses, you get actual upgrades. This being one of them. It's in your cool guy again, dude. So chat, they say that the needle moves right in the event of treasure. Okay, which means that if I pointed it at all of you, it would count you all as treasure. Just me trying to be nice, I'm not trying to say that I'm going to sell you, even though I would. Anyway, we did it with 0 deaths. And we got all the treasure. So I would say that is a successful turn of events. Don't you think you? Oh, that's nice. Yep. Oh, I treasure all of you. Trust that I do. Okay, I mean, you guys are the reason that I do this shit. Also, we recovered 20% of the debt because we're at $2,000. Dollars. Okay. Yeah. Now, the cool thing also is that it works also above grounds. Now we can you know, when we get close to treasure, the gauge will just move closer and closer, even if it's buried deep underground. But yeah, so it's cool because it's like you get upgrades when you beat the bosses, and it's more of like there's more actual progression than Pikmin 1, which I am more fond of. As opposed to Pikmin 1 just kind of being like, I figure it out. And I'm like, I mean, that has its appeal for some people, but for me, I'm just like, fuck you. Now, chat, if we're crazy, we can fit a second cave. Alright? And I'm feeling a little freaky. Alright? A little dastardly, even. There you go. Alright. Anyway, die, thank you. Yeah, that guy's a new creature, by the way. He's cool, but he dies very fast, so fuck that guy, honestly. But it's cool. Anyway. Astounding! My metal detectors are reacting violently. What could be down below? If you find... The exploration pod will drop its loot to make room to carry you, Louie, and the Pikmin to safety. So if you want to escape... If you're struggling in a cave and you want to escape, you can tell the ship to take you out at the loss of all your treasure. However, I'm no bitch. So we're going to the White Flower Garden, which has poison. But we can't deal with poison, so whatever shall we do, chat? The White Flower Garden is what I call the average... Hold on. I'm spinning the wheel. I'm spinning the wheel. I'm spinning the wheel of various things. The average Xenoblade fan meetup. The other thing that can happen in this case, your Pikmin can fall right off the edge. So, be careful. Exercise a lot of caution. Unless you're me, who's good at everything. Okay. I think it's the only thing. And also, when I say that these caves are randomly generated, it also means sometimes they will just drop shit from the sky to kill you. And so you might see that at some point. Anyway, shoe polish. It used to be Kiwi brand shoe polish, but now it's not. It's also an alien billboard. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, if you couldn't tell, most of the time in this game is going to be spent in these fucking dungeons. But, doesn't mean that the overworld is useless, because there's still a lot of treasures to get there. But, I do love my various dungeons. Okay, speaking of treasure. Your coconut water. It definitely didn't used to be a soda brand. Drought Ender. Got my fucking languages. I remember you guys. Died. Yeah, so with the Pearl Pikmin, all the enemies in this game kind of become a joke. At least all the low-level ones. Alright, so we should be hashtag good. With all that. I'm a well-oiled machine when it comes to these things. Yeah. Heart gem, which I can give to a lucky person that will never come. Petrified heart. Anyway. Let's move forward. Also, who the fuck is texting me? Which one of you little niglets? Oh, it's Kyo, which, I mean, you know, that is a niglet, but, I'm told you can't say that about people. Anyway. No, you motherfuckers still trip. They lied to me. I guess I just trip less often. Anyway, a white flower. 3 of them. How can a flower so deep underground bloom so robustly? How mysterious. This place is conspicuously warm. Could it act as a kind of hot house for foliage? What an interesting development. The Pikmin look as if they long to be tossed to the flower. Alright, chat. I have to breed white men, unfortunately. It's a sad day for all of us, I know. But we officially found our second and last new Pikmin type. The white men. Incredible! A white Pikmin. It is tiny, but it looks distinctly swift. Its eyes are an unseemly red. This type Pikmin was not mentioned in your notes all along. Must be an entirely new type. Our data record on this type is a blank page, since a certain captain never documented them. You must experiment and make detailed observations for the benefit of future generations. So the white Pikmin are, they're very fast. But they're very weak. And so it's kind of an issue. And they're immune to poison. But the swiftness kind of makes up for all of that. And I realize I'm kind of blocking the treasure gauge, but trust that it's there. Alright, you can see it and hear it. But the other benefit is that they can see things underground. Amazing, why Pikmin have unearthed a treasure that was completely buried in the ground. Perhaps these beady red eyes of theirs allow them to sense objects buried in the dirt. And also, Salty Seals is playing Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. Yeah. They also carry things back extremely fast, which is nice. Hold on. Alright. Anyway, tape. How much does tape cost? I don't fucking know. But you'd have to assume it's valuable. Alright. Should be it for this floor, but who knows what I got going on. Big tape, so I can sew all of this. I can tape all your mouth shut. Super stick textile. Yeah, it's a... Alright. Sometimes I have to... sometimes I have to, do these things to people, okay? You must understand. Anyway, I think we're at the end here. Oh, no, we're not. There's still more. Okay. My fault. Are you buried in the ground? You're not buried in the ground. Okay. Anyway, as I said before, they can deal with the poison. And the poison balls that we'll eventually find that will take 100 years to deal with because they're weak as fuck, bro. But regardless, we press onwards. With my little cacophony of men. Speaking of poison, mushroom. Yeah, dig up the mushroom, but mushroom. There we go. Alright, sell it to people, give them poisoning. So to the people that apparently like mushrooms. Which is another thing I disagree on with Typhon. The toxic toadstool. and lip balm, which if I remember correctly, I think this used to be Carmex, which I have with me currently, or some other brand, but it used to be a brand, now it's not a brand. Okay. I think this should be fine to bring back. And then I think we should be out of here. Alright. Night lip balm as opposed to day one. Survival ointment. Which I would know because my lips get chapped very often. It's fucked up and evil. Alright. This is the final floor. Which means there will be some horrific monstrosity for us to deal with. Alright, now, what could that be? I have no idea. Well, actually, I do, because I played this game. So I do have an idea. But, oh man, it's the burrowing snagrid. I remember that guy from Pikmin 1. He's dead. Shout out, man. They ate that nigga. Well done, Calamar. You defeated that freakish half-bird, half-serpent hybrid. Oh no, don't tell me. That treasure was ingested by that beast, wasn't it? This shit means nothing to me, bro. Alright? This shit ain't nothing to me, gang. Anyway. Yippee! Let's wait for them. Five-man knapsack. This material looks comfortable. I will use it to patch the boss's favorite sleeping bag. Seam test. Conclusive. Cross-stitching successful. The knapsack is complete. When you have an unoccupied time interval, press R to take a nap. World's most unnecessary upgrade, but you can do it. If you want to, you can just take a nap. And then the Pikmin will carry you. They will take you to be consumed and sold for profit. Thankfully, we don't. That doesn't happen. Anyway. Okay. What the fuck is this? What the fuck are you two doing? Okay, that's weird, but whatever. Anyways, you can see the amount of items that we have over here and the various things that we still have to get. Anyway. That should be it. Let's get out of here. Let's see, 2 Ks in one day. I'm on a fucking roll. And 0 deaths. I make this shit look easy. Alright, anyway. We're back. Oh, we've brought the white Pikmin to the earth. Anyway, it's almost sundown, as usual. Alamar Louis, the sun will be setting soon. Call all the Pikmin to you. The planet's native nocturnal life forms are ferocious and therefore dangerous. Lead your way to the Onion and yourselves into my hull so we can take refuge in low orbit. Pikmin and your squad will enter the Onion on their own at day's end, so call them all to you. Alright, can I do this real fast, do you guys think? No, that is a iridescent flute mirror. I don't want it. Okay, you're not getting that shit, man. We gotta go. We are not getting that shit, my brother. It just means I'll have to come back tomorrow, but that's fine. Infinite time and all that. Anyway, let's leave. Look, I did 2 caves in one day, alright? I'm doing better than most of these fellers. Look, in one day, we recovered 20% of the debt. And almost 30%. We're getting there. And no one died today, surprisingly. They only died to that one fucking Bulborb. The first day. How's progress, Alamar? Remember, you'll never get anything done if you sit back and watch from afar. Press ZR for a closer view of the action. Look, sometimes you can sit back and watch things from afar. Anyway, now it's time for 3,000 years of me reading. So, sit back. I found this fascinating fruit while I was exploring today. The skies cleared up and I felt peaceful watching the pink flower petals flutter in the wind. During this perilous expedition, it seemed strange to have such soft-hearted romantic thoughts. If I told my wife about this, I'm sure I'd get laughed at. Again. This dubious morsel doesn't look like it would be very agreeable with my innards. However, I bet Louis would try a bite. His appetite is insatiable, and he's always cooking up tasty meals. I'm glad that on this expedition, our ship's reactor can power our life support systems indefinitely. This will give us all the time we need to thoroughly examine all the treasure we recover. I don't care if the president wants us to hurry. I've had enough of his hassling. I think I'll move more slowly just to cause him indigestion. I have once again discovered a completely undocumented species of Pikmin. These white Pikmin can find and dig up items that are buried entirely underground. We never would have found this priceless treasure without them. Thankfully, it's the perfect stuff to patch a hole I just noticed on the ship's hull. P.S. I named the cave where I first encountered the white Pikmin the White Flower Garden. We gotta get better with these names, man. The vivid color of this redstone reminds me of my wife's eyes when she's angry. You know, I've noticed that she has a few more wrinkles. I probably caused her a lot of stress. When I return to Hocotate, I'll take her on a long vacation. What a strange pattern. When I look at it, I can feel good fortune smiling down on me. If I could just buy a lottery ticket right now, I'm sure I'd win. Computers view the world in ones and zeros, but my people are different. Our world isn't simply black and white, right or wrong. Everybody is different. Maybe one day the ship will understand that, and maybe one day it won't give me sass when I ask it to collect a slimy specimen. At night, I have nothing to do to keep me occupied. I've been searching for something to dull the boredom, but every time I find something I want to play with, it's broken. This object is a great example. It looks fascinating, but I can't get it to function. I guess all I have to do is write in this journal. This is a peculiar object. Just looking at it fills me with a powerful sense of nostalgia. Now that I think about it, the Pikmin had a curious look on their faces when they carried it. Or maybe that was just my imagination. The cave we searched today was lined with flame-spewing spouts. The temperature in the cave was absolutely stifling. Oh, that reminds me, I completely forgot to tell Louis about the red Pikmin. He's so quiet, sometimes I forget he's even there. This item I salvaged from the cave seems to be some kind of storage device, but I have no way to play back the contents. In a survival situation, the most important things are water, courage, and a first aid kit. I've got water and an endless supply of courage, but I don't have a first aid kit. Sometimes I don't have a whole lot of motivation either. I may be a daring explorer, but sometimes I just want to loaf around all day and sleep. Wait, what if the president reads this journal? I never dream of slacking on the job. Yeah. There are several different patterns drawn on this object's surface. They appear to be characters or letters, but I can't make sense of any of them. This is just an educated guess, but I wonder if this object is some kind of alien bulletin board? The size of the object seems about right for it. Today I delivered an impromptu lecture on the basics of wilderness survival. As Louis' superior, it's my responsibility to teach him these skills. Walking around as much as we do generates an intense thirst, so water becomes very important. I told Louis that we have to ration our water carefully. That's what I was thinking until I found this. I was so parched that I couldn't help myself. I drank all the water in the canteen. It tasted so good. But when I turned around, Louis gave me a cold stare. Today, we searched a subterranean lair swimming with carnivorous bugs. The name Hole of Beasts immediately came to mind. The convenient contraption I found there has become an invaluable treasure-seeking tool. When it approaches a piece of treasure, the gadget beeps and the needle moves to the right. When all of the treasure in the area has been collected, the device powers down. When we left Hocotate, I thought we'd never be able to pay off the company's debts. But thanks to this gadget, I'm feeling optimistic about the outcome of this daring mission. I love to lie down in the grass, bask in the sun, and take an afternoon nap. With all of these Pikmin following me, I rarely have time to relax. But recently, I got really tired and accidentally fell asleep by pressing R. The Pikmin picked me up while I slept and carried me away to their onion. Hold your space horses, Pikmin. I'm not a pellet or a piece of treasure. Then I woke up. Great galaxies! It was all just a dream, wasn't it? Yep. See, look, there's a lot of character. You just never get it because it's all a lot of reading, and niggas don't like to read. Oh, goodness. Alright. Roast this flavorful beast for several hours, letting it stew in its own succulent juices. Don't worry about overcooking the beast, it's scorch-proof. For an unforgettable quiche, slice this creature up and mix with 4 eggs, 2 vine-ripened tomatoes, diced zucchini, and generous handfuls of feta and Swiss. Bake until crusty and golden. This beast is most flavorful if caught and cooked just after laying its eggs. Spread several specimens in the bottom of the casserole dish, layer with sliced avocado, and top with cheese. Bake until the meat is cooked, thorough, and cheese is lusciously browned. Boil in the shell with a pinch of salt until bright red, and serve piping hot with tartar sauce. Flash fry with garlic and red chilies in a hot pan, then sprinkle with grated gorgonzola. Some dinner guests may find the legs unappealing, so it's best to remove them before serving. Now I'm just hungry. This elusive flower spoils within seconds of picking, making it unsuitable for cooking. The creeping chrysanthemum. When thinly sliced, this predator's sizable bulb makes a scrumptious pizza topping. Although the eggs are small, the yolk has a distinctly bold and tangy flavor. Try tossing a few in a pan along with your choice of meat and fresh vegetables, and cook up a country scramble. Rapturous, fresh, or sautéed, this illuminating fungus will be hot in the galaxy's trendiest restaurants. Mildly poisonous, may result in nausea, headache, fever, fatigue, chest pains, paralysis, loss of bone density, moodiness, feral rage, sauciness, dilly-dallying, strokes of brilliance, and untimely doom. Remove and discard the primitive, scaly leaves, then blanch the tender stalk in buttery broth. Can be eaten fresh out of the soil, but it's much more flavorful when incorporated into a heavenly veggie lasagna. Sun-dry the leaves for several days, then grind them with a mortar and pestle. The resulting herb grants an aromatic... what is happening? Aromatic, earthy flavor to mutton and poultry dishes. How the fuck do you cook this beast? For a sophisticated delicacy, make a pâté du foie gras from this giant creature's liver and spread it all over a sesame cracker. Slice the serpentine torso into thin medallions, skewer on a metal rod with hokusai onions, and barbecue over an open flame. Alright. Thank you for listening to me read for that long. I just found all that stuff very interesting. Anyway, back to the actual game. Oh, man. I gotta go back here just for the treasure and the berries. Good morning. The white Pikmin are lodged with the purple ones in my hole. The two types are sleeping well and do not quarrel. I have made them most comfortable. You can call up the white Pikmin by pressing and pressing A. On a separate note, be wary of overworking yourselves. Taking a break can be courageous too. Yep. I have to think about this. Actually, don't think about it at all. I lied. We're only here to collect what I need to. Well, actually, no, I still do have to be here because I haven't gotten the globe yet. I forgot. That's my mistake. But just where, oh where, can we find them? I mean, most areas have 4 dungeons that you need to complete and lose yourself in. And forget who you are as a person, and understand that your life will never have happiness, meaning, or fulfillment to it until you uncover all of the treasures and sell away your soul for the corporations. But, hi Winterstorm, but it's also fun, so it doesn't matter. I have to get existential. About my chud life. Anyway. What did I walk into? Picking men. Alright? And the importances of doing so. How's Picking Men 2 going? It's going pretty well. You know, I'm goated at it as usual. Which, you know, it'd be concerning if I wasn't, considering it's like one of my favorite games of all time. The Pilgrim Bulb. This used to be my favorite Pikmin game, and then 4 came along, and we'll get to 4. But I also haven't played this game since 4 came out, so I'll have to think about it. I think 4 sold well. I like to believe that it did. So I can have Pikmin 5. And get hyped. You motherfuckers, my berries. Eat my fucking berries. Enough. You can't escape me. Sometimes, random bugs, random kid will come and eat your fucking berries. And then you have to kill them, just like you should murder, all children that get in your way. In Minecraft. Anyway. Speaking of Minecraft, I miss playing Minecraft, but I have no reason to fucking play it. Anyway, let's, fucking continue. Still gonna get that because I don't have yellows with me. Right. Okay. Now the cool thing about these is that you have to watch the low amount of white Pikmin you have that are very weak break down a wall for 30 minutes. So that's a job for Louie to do. Okay. Yeah, Devers. We have to practice Dandori, chat. This will prepare you for Pikmin 4. Where all I will be succumb to is Dandori. Oh fuck. Well, here is the globe that I needed. It's probably just better to do this instead. There's one of the few things I don't like in this game is the fucking poison walls. It's like you're never going to have enough white Pikmin to do it in a efficient manner. And so I just have to like sit there and wait for them to do it. Now, if I remember, there was some way that you could cheat this and get them up there, but I'm not well versed in cheating. It's not really cheating, it's more just a unique way to deal with things. Oh, there's always more berries to get. Louie, go over here. Live your truth over here. Okay, different rest. There's a chrysanthemum over there, so I have to actually be on guard about that. They have consumed my fucking berries. And you're supposed to be dead because I killed you. You have 0 health left. And I will take your still wiggling body back to the onion to be consumed by nutrients. Anyway, my berries are back. And then, chat, after this game, I get to play the game that I don't like, which is Pikmin 3. And I get to talk about I get to experience no joy, and I get to talk about all my issues that I have with that game. Or maybe I'll see it in a new light, who knows. But I doubt it. Okay. Well, we did. Alright, get away from that thing. Alright. Let's go back to Louis and then deal with the creeping chrysanthemum. And hopefully not die, because I would be really upset. What's poppin'? I said what's poppin'? Come here. There you go. Goodbye! There. Now I have to build a bridge. Now, thankfully, the bridges aren't as a hassle to go through as they are in Pikmin 1, because 1, they get built faster, and 2, the Pikmin will scrunch up together on the bridge so they don't fall off like they do in Pikmin 1. Shout out. Now, how is this taking a whole day, you ask? Mind your business. And we have a path now. The gator digging in the cutscene, shout out. Fascinating. This object is highly similar to the one you found in the Valley of Repose. By examining this further, I may be able to extrapolate new planetary detail. Okay, 101. Y'all got that. Wait, actually, this is going to move at a snail's pace, so it's probably not going to get there before fucking sundown. So yeah, speed that along, will ya? Thank you. And then we'll be able to explore a new area. And hopefully, find my devious yellows. Oh, yeah, I'm leaving Louis, to die. In the harsh wilderness, as he deserves. Which, you know, is what I would do to most people. If I truly think about it. Anyway, globe. And 30% of the debt. Geographic projection. This hemisphere also contains a hidden microchip. I will attempt to decrypt the stored data. As I surmise, this chip contains additional topographic data. The data has been inputted into my database. I shall name it the survey chart. Yippee! 30% of the debt. Now, there's more treasure to be had, and more caves to be had on this, this plane. However, we just don't have the resources available to us. And by resources, I mean men. Mostly men. Any resource can be dealt with by having an extreme amount of men. These guys are still, Oh, no, they're getting there. And we're getting fruit. Yeah, theoretically, as soon as I get the yellow Pikmin, I could get the blue, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out when we get there. Okay. Can you guys break this in time? I'd be really happy if you could do that. Because it's going to bother me otherwise. And then I will have to sacrifice all of you to the poisonous fields. You hold the Pikmin, right? Yeah, you do. Okay. Oh, they did it! Yay! Anyway, I think this is all we can really do in this area anyway, so... Yeah, because everything else requires me to be able to get past electricity. But who can do that? We'll find out. Alright. Goodbye, Awakening Wood. We will see you soon. Later. Not soon. Whole 30%. We're getting close. We're almost halfway. And I've still only lost 5 Pikmin in this whole debacle. Would have been 0 if I wasn't careless. Anyway. Olimar, good work so far. I hereby promote you to Assistant Manager. Press X to divide up work, and Y to delegate more to your subordinate leader. Hope all goes smoothly. Good shit. Anyway, now we can go to the perplexing pool, which will cause me to have a perplexing mental breakdown. But it's where we have to go next. So anyway, but first, some light reading. Grassy plains and meadows on this planet are carpeted with brilliantly colored flowers in bloom. When I entered the atmosphere on my descent from space, I was stunned by the vibrant sight. The other day, a group of white Pikmin under my command detected an object buried under the surface and immediately began to dig up this colossal flower bulb. Somehow, it hadn't yet sprouted into a towering flower. I plan to take it back to Hokate and grow it there. My people will hail me as a botanical genius, and the mayor may even make me Supreme Flower Commander. The interior of this hemisphere contains a chip coated with charts detailing a new region. I explored this forest the last time I was here, but it's clear that it has undergone some dramatic changes. The plants and animals have also evolved significantly. I have given this forest a new name, the Awakening Wood. I must begin to form a hypothesis to explain why the forest changed so rapidly. So that's the cool thing, chat, is that these are actually just all the areas that we've been to are just the areas from Pikmin 1 again, but they've changed. Or frozen over or something. They've experienced rapid change. Some might even call it climate change. Anyway. It's a cool little fact that you wouldn't know unless you were reading, you know? Delicious skillet seared or sauteed with scallions in a red Genovese sauce. Sure, whatever. Alright. Alright. Chat. Hi, Kiri. You caught me at an awkward time. I'm about to... Don't you love picking men? I do love picking men. Got an awkward time. Okay. Chat. That's enough picking men for me, I fear. Today. Hi, Kiri. Sorry, Kiri. Usually I'd go a little bit longer, but we did a lot, and also I have to do stuff and stuff. Was playing Rebirth. Rebirth's good. That's a good session. To be fair, you did a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Normally I would try to go longer because I love Pikmin 2, but also shit was a lot. Short and sweet, which ain't bad. That's true too. But yeah, I love this game. I still love this game, and we will be getting back to it as soon as I can. It's very different from Pikmin 1, in case you know, if you haven't noticed, but I like it for that. Anyway, chat, and I got 2 hours and 30 minutes out of it. You know, it's not that bad. Anyway, chat, thank y'all for watching, whether you were chatting or lurking or both, or anything in between. Thank you for watching. The next time you'll see me probably be more of this because I love this game and I want to play it as soon as I can. And show my amazing Pikmin skills. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting me and thinking that I am worth your time to watch or to lurk, hashtag. Other than that, Typhon hates us all, as you know. All right, and yeah, as always, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching. I love y'all. I love y'all even when I particularly don't love myself. So you know, you can always count on that. Love and peace and all that stuff. I don't know who to raid because who fucking knows? Who knows anybody that's live ever? Oh, I can raid Kyo. Ew. Oh, I never raided Kyo actually. Let yourself support me things. So, we'll get there one of these days. The Kid Kyo. Yeah, go say hi to Kyo. He's playing one of my other favorite games, Metroid Dread. And probably being bad at it. Yeah, he's only got 3 energy tanks. He's bad at it. Alright. Alright, say hi to Kyo. I love that guy. That is my nigga. Raid message. We're gonna be childish. There you go. There's your raid message. Give that to Kyo, alright? Or don't. I don't know. Do something. Alright? Anyway. I love y'all to bits. I will see y'all. And I will see y'all when I see y'all. The raid reset, that's kind of crazy. Anyway, Chad, I have like a lot of self-worth issues and like